So I'm Jeff Richfield, co-founder, and basically I'm a general contractor, and I was in the finance business, in equities, and also with debt relief, and had my time in forex departments, and we experienced a little hedge fund activity back in the early days, and then I met Dave through a friend of mine, and Dave had already started a blockchain token in the past. And so it was exciting that we connected and we became, more than friends. We've just been really good to each other, helping us grow, and the compassion projects that we do are experiential, really deep impact on people's lives in the social realm. And David had started off with RXC coin initially. And then I think it just came together where he needed help, and so we met up and we decided to take this thing on. And so for the last year and a half, it's been a rigorous and very good payoff of what we're doing so far to help people with the coin of compassion. So Dave, tell them a little about your history with blockchain too.
Sure, no problem. Thank you, Jeff. You're very modest because Jeff has really been the angel investor, the motivator. He calls himself the hummingbird. And I think that's a apropos name for him because he gets into as many things as possible to support and help what RXC Coin is all about. We began just a little bit, very brief. I am a pastor of a very small little church, but we've been having our heart towards the communities forever and a day. We've been in crypto over 4 or 5 years in different projects. But what we saw continually, this through line in this industry, the blockchain, we found a failure for people to really connect the digital currency into the real world that they lived in. And so after just massive disasters have taken place one after another, I really felt like it was time to create a coin that could speak to those disasters and then also show the general public, those people who are not on the blockchain, how relative cryptocurrency really is. And so Jeff being a builder, he caught that right away. We can take 10 by 40 containers, shipping containers, convert them into living quarters, deliver them on site to homes that have been burnt through these massive fires or flooded out. Just the real condition of people, our brothers and sisters, our American citizens, the people who live in this country are devastated when these things come through, and there's no relief in sight. And so our vision is to set these container homes on the actual site where someone's house is burnt down so where they can go on with life until they're able to repair their situation, and also to provide food for the hungry. There's just so many food deserts in America that are unbelievable. And instead of just holding our hands and wringing our hands, we're actually doing something about it. So 1/3 of the coin revenue across the board is dedicated towards building tiny homes, which we've already built 4, feeding the hungry, which we have had huge tractor truck trailer giveaways of much needed food and nutritional products. Just recently, we were in Kentucky serving the citizens there who had lost their homes in the tornado with food and even Christmas presents. The list goes on and on and on of acts of compassion. And Eric Majors said it best. He said that we want to inspire people. This is more than simply where you can make money, but I can promise you this, with all the energy that we've seen, with all the camaraderie that we've seen instantly, the coin instantly has become attractive to so many different people. It is because the underlying asset is compassion. And I'll stop there because I'm into the weeds right now. So
okay, well, I'd like to pick it up from there, Dave. You did a very good job, and this is Eric Majors, and I just want to share with everybody on the AMA today. I want to give you the 50,000 foot view here because I think it's very important that people realize that we are a business organization first and foremost, and we're what got us into the compassion component of this is who David is, who Jeff is, who we are as individuals, because we all own our own businesses. We're not, creating the coin to just enrich ourselves. We don't need to do that. And when we're out doing acts of compassion and acts of kindness, the concept of incorporating the coin into those efforts was really, what we were trying to do. We're saying, hey, we're already out doing these acts of compassion. I mean, I know Jeff Richfield, he owns a big construction company. I own a small one. David is a minister. We're already out in the community doing relief efforts all the time. So we thought, hey, why not add the coin as a modality to help facilitate that? But the coin as a modality to help facilitate simply helping people is not enough. You have to have business backing it. And I got involved with the project early on, seeing that, yeah, what we really are is a blockchain business. And I want to talk about that for a little bit, because obviously, if we were just a charity coin, we're going to run out of coins to sell, and who's going to continue to support the community? So what we're trying to do really is fuse, what enabled Jeff to go out and give in his construction company, where we have disasters and things. You're going to see a lot of construction companies go in there working with first responders to do immediate efforts to help people. All the things that we were already doing and already financing ourselves was coming from our ability to do so from our businesses. So when we launched the coin, we decided early on that this is going to be a business first and foremost, and the business has got to make money in order to help do buybacks of the coin and sustain the value of the coin, and to set example for other businesses that, hey, if you make a conscious effort and as part of your business plan to help others, that it's going to come back to you. You can reap what you sow. So I want to make that clear to principals in the organization. We're already doing the mission of our Exceed coin. We don't necessarily need anyone's help. We're inviting people to come in and help with the efforts that we already have. And so I just want to talk a minute about the business, the exciting business of our Exceed coin, because 60% of what we're doing is business, and we intend to reward coin holders through buybacks and create the market for our own coin as part of the Compassion Project. So the Compassion Project is simple to understand. If you want to help people, buy the coin, knowing that 30% of what you're doing is going to go to help people, whether you see a disaster on television that we're responding to through all the network of construction businesses that we're in contact with, and other nonprofits that we're building out right now. But then if you need help too, later on in your life and you have an emergency, you could sell the coin back into the community of people that are trying to uplift and help others. Obviously, you can treat the coin as as a kind of an investment product if you want to do that. But the underlying concept of the community is that we're here to help and support each other and bring business in to help and support each other. So the business of our Exceed coin, as it stands right now, is heavily reliant on one of our partners and our other founders, Amber.com, who's not able to be on the call today. They're out in Dubai, and they are their own company and organization similar to ours, that they're not in need of any money. If you go to AMMBR.com, you'll see the relief efforts and things that they're involved in. So you have 4 like-minded people who got together originally saying, hey, we're already doing relief efforts and things in our own lives. Why don't we incorporate this? And it's being funded by our businesses. Why don't we just join forces together, create a coin to do this thing and take it to the next level, create opportunities for people to come in and join that, and literally make a profit from helping other people out. So let me just share with you how this works. We have been able, because of our mission, to already broker a deal with a publicly traded U.S. company, a clean energy company. SIRC is their symbol in the stock exchange, Solar Integrated Roofing. And so immediately out of the gate, we have this huge business opportunity. They want us to integrate blockchain technology into all of their deployments around the world. And so those deployments, we are literally with our engineers and putting all the tools that monitor the power that the clients are using from the different clients that we have. And we're creating opportunities right now where people, ordinary people on the blockchain, will be able to invest into the deployment of that hardware. Right now, SIRC and all these major clean energy companies, they get their capital to do their deployments from private equity. So now we're creating NFTs with them. This is what we're tasked to do. This is what they're paying us to do already, is to create NFTs that you guys can buy. And now you become a participant in the profits of the power generation and so forth. So that's just one element of this. You buy into that. Now, the other side of it is that the clients are paying in cryptocurrency for the services, whether they realize it or not, whether they're using a credit card or not. Ultimately, a coin is being used to make the payment. And so all the stakeholders in the business will receive that payment automatically. Stakeholders being the NFT holders, the power operator themselves, SIRC, and for example, the tax authorities and so forth. So anyone of you all out there who understand anything about blockchain, smart contracts, and NFTs can see from what I've just described to you, this is just one business solution that we're offering out there to integrate, blockchain into clean energy deployments. There's just one opportunity. You can see that, hey, you have a chance to buy these NFTs. You can trade them on an NFT exchange. The possibilities become limitless. Now you can participate in the deployment of clean energy. So I just wanted to run that scenario past you guys because I think it's so important that all the acts of good that we're trying to do and that we're trying to inspire other people to do and help each other out are really dependent on the success of our business. And we're already off to a fantastic start, and we expect to have many more clients. So that's the 50,000 foot view. And I just wanted to share that with you guys and let you know one other thing too, is that we don't have a whole bunch of, principal people holding the coin. Only the company has the coin right now. So we're not trying to line our own pockets with profit. We're talking about maybe making a television show, weekly show, where we're showing the people that we're helping. We're talking about educating the general public about blockchain. So we have a lot of exciting things going on, and I'll leave some of them that we can discuss later in the AMA or that you could read on our website. So I just wanted to give you guys that overview. So Jeff or anybody have anything to add, or you seen any questions coming up?
Okay, awesome, Eric. It actually sounds very promising. So I was fortunate enough to be one of the first people to go through your project and the white paper, and like I'm telling you, I was really impressed by it. But can you shed more light on the technical aspect of your coin and the tokenomics of it?
Yeah, I think one of the great things about our coin is that we don't have, we started off with a sort of an introductory phase when we were still kind of figuring out what to do. We created a coin called the SOW coin, and we put that on the Stellar chain. And so in the beginning, we had a few stakeholders, just people as we were in the conceptualization phase of the business, who bought some of those coins. And then we, of course, came to the conclusion and the realization that, hey, we need to be on a more advantageous blockchain. We need, we were a little, we weren't experts in this when we first started on. We own construction businesses and engineering businesses, but we learned very quickly. And then when Amber came into the picture, we realized we needed to be on the BSE network. So Amber actually created the first bridge that I'm aware of to actually take Stellar Network coins and wrap them into a BSE blockchain. So what we have now is we're coming out, and our token is called WSOW. And the previous SOW holders there's just a few of them. Those are people who are in the conceptual stage of what we were doing, and that includes even the founders. So we have wrapped a specific number of coins right now, and the only people that have the WSOW coin are those people who are buying into the pre-sale, and I think we have about 3 million coins involved in that pre-sale. And then we have wrapped about 300 million coins, put them in treasury, just to have them available because we have to trade the coin and we have to be able to sell the coin on the market. But I think one of the great value propositions here is that we don't need millions of dollars, okay? We're already operating our business. We're already making money through the deal with SIRC. All the principal owners are not under any stress or strain to take money out of this. We're going to wait until, once trading starts, we're going to wait until we feel like the market is made. Most of the money from the pre-sale that we're doing right now is going straight into our account over at Bitmart in order to help us to maintain and sustain the value of the coin for the coin holders. And at such a time when we feel like we've built the market for that coin and we could take a little bit of money out so that we don't have to continue to finance the operations of RX Seed coin, the operations side, we're going to start using some of that money towards advertising of the company, the television show, generating awareness, adding utility to the coin. We're looking at being able to have a credit or a debit card attached to the coin. So if you have the coin, you can actually spend it off of a debit card. These are real things that are in place that we're getting ready to do. Each one of those things costs a little bit of money. And so those are the kinds of things that we're going to be using the money that we generate from the sale of the coin on. It's primarily having to do with marketing the coin, making the coin a utility, because we're not under pressure to make a whole bunch of money right away. And I think a lot of other projects, they start off with just an idea, and if they're not able to raise the amount of money that they're looking for, well, it just kind of disappears. It becomes a dead coin. And a lot of times people raise the money and they just decide the project's too hard and they walk away from it. So we're already involved. We already have active business going on, and we're certainly not going to walk away from that. And we have many other clients coming on board. So I hope that helps to paint a picture of exactly what's going on.
Okay, so there are many use cases to this coin, and I was about to ask this. When I was going through your website, I could see clean energy sector popping up a lot. So how is RX seed coin related to this?
Well, that's our first major client is Solar Integrated Roofing, a publicly traded company on the U.S. Stock Exchange called SIRC. They hired us in order to integrate blockchain technology into all of their clean energy deployments. So in many cases, they are operating as power providers, energy companies on a small scale. When I say small scale, I'm talking about small towns. We originally approached them because we have a project in the Caribbean where we are being asked to put clean energy into an island where everybody's using gas generators right now. And it's a very upscale island, so it's kind of crazy. They don't have their own power company. But as I've come to learn over the last year because of this project, there's a lot of areas in the United States and all throughout the world where, believe it or not, people are using big, massive gasoline generators and other kinds of power to run big farms and other things. I didn't know about all this, but we've become quite familiar with the solar industry. When we met SARC, we said, hey, can you guys do this clean energy deployment for us in the Caribbean country? And they just saw an immediate opportunity to say, because the blockchain technology can automate the entire payment system of how they normally collect the bills and everything, and how all the stakeholders get paid. And because we can also create NFT funds to help make it possible for ordinary people to invest into these clean energy deployments, they were really excited. They said, hey, we don't want to just be involved. We want to be one of the main owners of the project. And so we invited them in, and we gave them some of the SO coin for now, just like we had. And now they're stakeholders in our business. They're actually paying us to create the NFTs that are going to be listed they're going to be registered with the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission as investment products that ordinary people around the world will be able to buy to finance their clean energy projects that right now are being financed by private equity businesses. So that's why clean energy is coming up so much, because they're our first biggest customer. They have over $240 million worth of energy projects going on right now that look like, putting heavy equipment into areas, massive clean energy generators, whether it be solar panels or a combination of solar panels or other technology that they have that's clean energy. They're already deploying those things. They're in that business. That's what they do. So right off the bat, we find ourselves immediately in the clean energy business because of the project in the Caribbean, which is an upliftment project. It will uplift the community out there. And because that's our first biggest client and our first biggest partner. Other projects that we are getting into are around banking and making coin more of a utility for ordinary people on the street, things of that nature. And the relief efforts, so that's why you keep seeing the clean energy coming up all over the place. It's our first biggest business project.
Okay. You're talking about renewable energy, and it's very important for the sustainable development. So yeah, thanks for sharing that. And I'm pretty sure the community would love to know who's on your team and the roles they play.
Okay, I'll just start with myself, and then we'll talk about the different roles. I'll let each person talk about their role. But for me, I'm kind of in the critical path of a lot of things. I used to be an investment banker, so I've taken companies onto the stock exchange, and so my role in this is really just an overall project manager. But I'm particularly concerned around the trading and making sure that the coin sustains the maximum market capitalization that it can. And I'm also concerned. My day-to-day thing is also making sure that we have good capital formation. So in other words, if we need extra money to expand, then that's what we're doing. And also to collect the pay from the clients that we have, like SARC and things like that. So those are my primary roles, but everybody in the organization is at all times chipping in with a lot of ideas, like the television show and all these different things. So we're all kind of collaborating on those type of things. But finance and market cap is the area where I'm focused on. And so I think probably next would be Jeff, since he has been bankrolling most of the organization, and he's invaluable. Everybody in the team is invaluable. Jeff, you want to share what your role is?
Yeah. Thanks, Eric. Yeah. uh, I'm doing networking with social causes that we're doing our compassion projects with, and so I am funding the projects, investor related things that need capital, and networking up with people like Elise as I go to the blockchain events, and really digging the business a lot, and I'm really thankful for the people that are coming our way, because everybody has a really good heart, that we pick. These are hand-picked people. We don't just take on, anybody. But really excited for what we're doing here. Another food drop. As we all know, there are shortages in our world right now with the past COVID issues that happened. So our next food drop is on February 2nd here in Nashville. It's a semi truck full of fresh produce and good food for elderly and COVID victims. And then I'm in charge of the health side. On the health side, we have a coffee that our founder Dave has concocted with his wife, and it's called RX Smart Coffee, and it has herbs in it, and so together that's a healing remedy full with great testimonials from around the world that it does life-changing things. So a lot of people have tokens out there. Uh, we're a company of action, so we actually have projects that that bring forth good things for people, and not just a technical aspect for change. And so the health products we have on our board, you might see on our white paper, Dr. Richard Bartlett, who has been one of the main doctors in Texas, ridding hospitals from people with COVID using his therapies. And then we have Dr. Ed Group, who makes biotanical remedies. So there are things out there that stop viruses besides vaccine. And so we're really, really helpful with that, and health department. And then so we have the social cause, hunger, and then homes. So tiny homes, we have a company, a part of my company. We're building tiny homes on my property in Nashville, and we have 120 acres. And we have 2 tiny homes being built right now for those who are suffering from home disaster loss, things like this. Special projects are submitted to us, and then our board can vote on them. And so we have a little bit of a governance there of what areas we'd like to help. And also youth is on our heart. We like the next generation, so we help people with scholarships. Funding for scholarships is one of the things we're looking at. So it's very exciting projects, and we're really grateful that we have a lot of things on the table. So Dave, want to then Lisa maybe?
Hello. Uh, I'll just jump in real quick because I wanted Eric if you have a moment, Eric, can you speak to the role that Amber also plays? They're not here to speak.
Hello?
Dave Smith is not here. Are you hearing this? Hello, Eric, can you hear me?
Dave, why don't you tell like a little about the coffee real quick?
Sure. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Right, great, fantastic. We started the coffee back in 2012. That came from our own ailments. My wife is a pathologist, and she um, contracted some type of microbial fungus, and it drove her crazy. We went to every hospital in the metropolitan area, personal doctors, private doctors, all kinds, with no remedy. And so she took upon her own self to begin to research plants and herbs, and developed, with the help of a biochemist, Matt Heffernan, a protocol that we've patented. Over 35 different plants and herbs goes into the coffee, 100 milligrams of very potent medication, if you will, derived from the plants and herbs, are in every 6-ounce cup of coffee. We have sold over 1 million of these cups of coffee all around the world. People have reported miraculous turnaround in their health, everything from diabetes to high blood pressure to sickle cell anemia. Actually, the Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation has noted us as one of the therapies that people should look into. It's just 100% across the board, 7 different blends. Our latest blend is Immunity Blend, which was developed specifically for the times that we're in with the COVID crisis. And we spent an entire year giving that coffee away to first responders, and have just seen tremendous results because of that. That really has been our passion. I've been a home builder for many years. Was a #1 home builder back in the South many years ago. But this was also what helped us to make connective tissue in the tiny home project, and then just reaching out to people in general. I wanted to spend a moment, though, if Eric, if you wouldn't mind coming back on and talking about Amber and how they're participating and supporting the project, and what it means to have a liquidity pool that is really a dynamic security for those people who will be investing and purchasing coins, to know that, as we've said, you want to buy the coin, hold on to the coin, watch its value, and then if people are in need, you'll have a profit margin there to be able to sow the coin into someone else's life. And if, like Eric said, if you have a need for the actual resources yourself, we are here to buy that coin back. And so all of these um, uh, roots, if you will, are planted deep in our economy and in our future. And a part of what we do on a daily basis is really connect with other projects and opportunities, business opportunities, to further the root network that supports the coin. So it is a coin that we're very proud to just have out there, to people really can bite into it and feel secure. Eric?
Yeah, hey Dave, I'm just getting some emergency calls right now from my wife, who is apparently stuck on the side of the freeway.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
I'm going to have to get en route to that, but I can still talk while I'm getting in the car and driving to it.
Okay, we're praying for
I didn't hear I didn't hear what it is exactly that you wanted me to speak on. Go ahead and do that.
Well, a lot of coins, when they launch, they have a lot of selling pressure against them, and there's a lot of very difficult for them to get momentum right out of the box. And we have a tremendous advantage, not only with our corporate partnerships and the different efforts that we already have established in the nation here, but tell us about the ability for us to manage the account as the coin goes up in value.
Yeah, okay. So because we don't have any pressure on ourselves to, um, you know, sell the coin, we all have our own means of income, and we're already financing the project. And we're the only ones with the coin. We don't have any other principals. The only other people that have the coin are, people who are buying on the pre-sale, I think they're having a heck of an opportunity because when you think about it, I mean, there's only one direction for the price to go up if there's only one seller in the market, and we're committed to maintaining the market itself. And so from a sheer tokenomics point of view, I can't think of a better situation. We're coming on to a centralized exchange where we can actually use the booking order method to maintain our price. And so from that perspective, if you're just sheerly interested in how the coin will behave over time, I think it's a good play. Now, nobody can predict exactly what's going to happen. We're also going to start trading on a DEX exchange shortly thereafter, and that's all with automated market making. And so there are issues that come into play as a result of that. But in theory, we should do very well. We have an entire year laid out of nothing but marketing, which includes major marketing opportunities that we have to appear on major news shows like Fox Business News, NASDAQ TV. We're talking about making our own television show. When I say that we're talking about it, we have, what I mean by that is that we are, really have these opportunities and we really have the resources to pull it off. So hopefully you'll start to see those things being announced. And our main goal is to generate awareness, about the coin, to get people interested in the concept of helping other people and being part of a community of people that helps others, and also to get people in the mainstream to learn about cryptocurrency. That's part of what the show would be about, is to feature people that we're helping, but also to take the opportunity out to feature what's going on in the blockchain. So is that what you were asking me to speak to, Dave, or did I answer the question there?
No, absolutely. I think that is so fundamental into the really support structure of what makes a good choice. As you said, you can't promise that the coin is going to go up in value, but as good a scenario we can expect, we do have it here at the Seed Coin.
Okay,
All
so
right. Well,
I could infer that you have a strong team out there, and the concept of buyback and the television show, these are very lucrative. Like, it would be great if you can share the projects you have done before in this space.
So I can answer that and why they've reached out to work with me. I actually launched DAG Constellation, Lattice Exchange, Pat Global, SoMe Social, again, the World Ethical Data Forum with Julian Assange. Toured with Team McAfee, the only woman ever on Team McAfee, for 3 years. We did Give Nation, Frax, Everpedia. I worked very closely with Julian Assange, Edward Snowden, Larry Sanger, the founder of Wikipedia. The list goes on. Oh, we built the first blockchain as a country, the country of Liberland. And we're doing, also Nifty Token, the first NFT currency. I think there's about like 8 or 20 others, but those are some of the most notable ones, from exchanges to stable coins to NFT projects. We've kind of done it all.
thanks for that, Elise. We are really excited to have you. This is Eric again, and that is definitely what I'm talking about when I say we have the connections and so forth to put forth a television show. And we also have it from a lot of the different organizations that I've worked with as an investment banker in the past. It's unusual to have some shows involved with the promotions of other companies. So I think there's going to be nothing but opportunities for the coin holders. We also, I think it's important we didn't even talk about the Bible NFTs. We haven't marketed those heavily, but we're first to market with Bible-oriented artwork for Christmas that we put out. And some of the proceeds of that are going to help the people in the storm in Kentucky. And right now we're just generating awareness about that. It takes some effort to get people aware. We just put out a press release, but that's not enough. But we are recognized now as the first organization to put out artwork related to the Bible. And by tying that into giving and helping people, we hope that will be a big thing that will inspire people.
Okay, nice. Like, I'm hearing Bible NFTs for the first time. Like, so what was the motivation to create that?
Well, I think that anybody who's familiar with the NFT art network understands that being first to market with a particular type of art creates value. Secondly, it's kind of surprising to us, given that the NFT art community is so
Eric, I think we lost you.
Excuse me, Eric. You're not audible.
I think he lost connection because his mic
This
is
is this
going.
is
Jeff, you want
yeah this yeah this is Jeff. Uh, the bio NFTs is something dear to us. We're surprised that it hasn't been done yet. We're excited to see this out. We have disciples that we just finished the art. It looks amazing, and each of these has their name and what we call them their little mom underneath. I like Matthew the money changer. Money in there. Art there, and caliber artists were hired for this, and so we're excited with iterations. I think 600 of each one. And we're just now finishing up the sometime late March or April of NFT to buy websites. So I think Derek Smith, yes, we have it right now. Yes, we wanted to donate a large portion of those funds to the people in Kentucky. I went up there and saw the devastation of the tornadoes this last month in December, and it was, man, it was just a scary thing to see people's homes and their cars just gone up in smoke like that. And so it's very heartwarming that we could come in with and promote. And what we did on that last month, we went up with Christmas toys and made some donations for people that had children. So Eric, are you back? No? Okay. Do you have another question for us?
Yeah, definitely. Like apart from being the host of today's AMA, I'm one of the private sale investors of this coin. And on behalf of people who want to play a part in this, let me ask you, like, if I invest in your coin, what future proof of concepts are you working on to bring value? Like, I'm wondering, how does a coin grow in value by doing social good?
Can I chime in a little bit on that? Our future projects, currently, our future projects involve blockchain technologies. And so what we haven't gone very deep into the weeds about are the island projects that we're currently working on as we speak. Because so many times coins or representatives of coins will really just throw out figures and concepts that they have no idea of how to accomplish. They're just trying to draw attention to the coin. But we actually have one of the largest projects that I have actually seen. It is a huge island project where we will be converting the actual coin itself into a currency on that island, participating in every utility bill from all 300,000 residents of that island, being a part of the building project that we bring after the electricity comes to the island. There's all types of opportunities that branch out in so many different business opportunities, land acquisitions, and so forth. And the coin, the SO coin, is the coin that is supporting and integrated into that that social economical infrastructure that we're putting in place. And so that's just one project that is underway now. The clean energy sector with that publicly traded company also, they are running at top speed, developing new projects and bringing us in on board. And so the SoCoin, in terms of just being a technical coin that has a future in the economy and in today's ecosystem, is very relative. And so it's a great coin to be an investor in, just to hold it at this low price and watch it go in terms of how we integrate this coin into everyday use purpose.
Okay. Thank you, David. So, there is one question that one of my friends at Defy Dog, who personally asked me this. So, most of the organizations bound towards charity are non-profit organizations. I would like to know whether RX Coin is a non-profit project.
Definitely, it is definitely nonprofit. We knew that we would have some problems with that in terms of just PR and how people would see the coin as a charity project or a nonprofit. It is not nonprofit, it is for profit. We just have a heart to give back to the community in an accountable way. We list the amount of money that we're going to take out of our projects and dedicate towards infrastructure right here in America. That's not charity. I think it's a necessity, but we put it out front, and it can be confused for charity, but in no way, means, shape, or form are we a charity or nonprofit.
Yeah, I think that's very important. So I used to be an investment banker, this is Eric, and a company that I owned at one time, we did a lot of philanthropic work. And as a result of that work that we did, it opened up all kinds of business opportunities for us the same way that we have a business opportunity in a Caribbean country. Because it really should be part of every business model that they give back and that they pay it forward. So we're not a charity coin. People aren't going to buy the coins. We've run out of coins and we're just giving money away to people. It's nothing like that. It's a completely different concept where we all support each other, and the business itself is helping to come in and create a market for that coin so that the price of that coin will continue to rise on the basis of the good profitable work that we're doing. We just happen to have made the decision to use 1/3 of the resources of our entire business to commit it towards helping people. But a lot of times that also equates into sustainable development business. So just because we put out, we're creating tiny homes and we're giving them away, in some cases, governments and organizations and NGOs are going to buy those homes. Even in those situations, those opportunities come up. So it pays to be good. Okay, if you're going to have a good business, it pays to pay it forward. And we're going to try to inspire as many businesses to participate with us as possible. And we're already on a good track with SIRC, and they're practically going to, they're offering to fund the whole Caribbean project, but we're going to create an NFT for that. And yeah, so it's good business to be in a business of helping.
I'll chime in too. This is Jeff. Our partners with Bitmart have shown to be very high caliber. We're excited to be on that exchange next Monday. We go live at 10 a.m., I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And so I hope that everybody on the call spreads the news and gets the message out. And Bitmart is a great partner. They have secured their systems very well. And you can see with how they are influencing the industry that we chose a good company to start off with.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff Richfield. So, I myself am a doctor, so I would like to know, how are you planning to deliver to the healthcare system through your coin?
Right now, we're just private sector. We just, like I said, we're not thinking about healthcare systems, but we have special people on our advisory board that have found products that stop virus. So, there are things out there, of course, with zinc and combinations of vitamin D, zinc, and other resources there with acetylcholine, cysteine, special amino acids, quercetin, and so when we find someone who has the virus, we can send them remedies. And we're excited to say that it's not as costly as you might think. And so we have many testimonials of people getting healthy with, not with our coffee has been very instrumental. Dave, do you want to talk more about the coffee and how it specifically has healed specific, diseases, things like that?
Sure, absolutely. I'm glad to. The coffee was launched in 2012, and I didn't know you were a doctor, but this is interesting news for you. This is the only coffee that has gone under clinical trial that I'm aware of. It went through a triple-blind clinical trial at University of Miami under the supervision of a Dr. Bianco, and that was our first blend, which was Gentleman's Blend. This is designed to help men recover from prostate cancer, um, erectile dysfunction, and so forth. It's a good coffee for men to drink every day by and large. We have had, again, heart victims who, not one or two guys, um, when we say it's the only doctor recommended coffee in America, we do really stand by that. Many doctors have recommended the coffee after monitoring the behavior of the heart after starting a regimen.
Sorry, David, but we are losing you.
It looks like we lost him, but it's interesting to know that you're a doctor, Drake, because like
Heart
I
smart.
said, I was a hospice nurse and a psychiatric nurse for 13 years. And
And
I like, oh,
they have literally
that.
taken their patients off of pharmaceuticals and insisted that they continue on a regimen of drinking the hard smart. And I could go on from each one of the blends. They have just tremendous testimonies that we've been fortunate to hear back from a lot of our customers with these testimonials. So it is, again, a patented blend. Mhm. Okay, I'm sorry.
I think you're lagging a little bit, Dave. Let's share some more information about the coffee too, because you cut out quite a bit there. But it's super exciting and everybody does want to know more about that. We can give you guys some links since he's so choppy there. But Dr. Drake, I was going to say too, like, um, not just speaking about the medicinal properties that are being exerted from this project, but we need to think about where technology is going and what tech for good is, and the mental ramifications of this technology. And as somebody that worked in mental health and psychiatric and hospice, I took care of the mentally ill, the dying, and the addicted for 13 years. When we go and we produce technology, it's very important to not only look at the good things, the social impact aspect of what this is doing, but we're not a nonprofit. But in doing that, we're giving back in so many different ways. I was homeless after my disability and was unable to work as a nurse. And a big part of what I want to bring to technology and why I aligned with RX Seedcoin is because they believe the same way. We believe in ethical technology. Doing the right things with the technology that we were producing in itself is medicinal. And we need to think about that. We need to do no harm with the technology that we're producing. And what RX Seedcoin is doing is it's not only giving a third back to people, but it's producing, a valuable an investment here where people are making money and they feel really good about it because of that, that instant gratification and being able to take care of your family and feed that. And that psychologically, emotionally, and therapeutically gives to people. But not only that, you get the kickback of making sure people like are overcoming homelessness, which totally affects me in more ways than I ever like to admit. Bitcoin saved my life, and RXC coin is going to help, millions and millions of people. So I'm very excited that this is an overall therapeutic and medicinal project, I like to say.
I don't know if you guys can hear me back on now, but you're welcome to go to rxsmartcoffee.org and read more about all of the blends.
Okay, definitely, David. Like, frankly speaking, this is for me also. I'm like hearing for the first time a coffee going to be medicinal. It was good to hear that Alice was a nurse. Like, we owe a lot to nurses. Like, they are the basic structure. They are the spine of the healthcare system. So yeah. Okay, so guys, thank you so much. I believe we have covered almost all the questions I had in my mind. So if there is anything extra you want to add, then please feel free to.
Well, we're going to need you to write a description for RX Seedcoin, Dr. Drake. Can you do that for us? I think you got booted off. Go ahead,
Hey
Jeff.
guys,
You wanna...
I want to close out, guys. I'm literally helping my wife push her car off the freeway with my other car here. So good day to you all. It's been great to be on the call, and love you.
Yeah, great day.
Yeah. Good having you. Yes, Doctor. Thanks for having us today. This has been sensational. And we look forward to the next time we can get together. And yes, we're doing great things for good people and making a difference in the world. Point of
I
compassion.
just want to amend that and welcome everybody to go to arcsequin.io, where we'll keep a current, up-to-date videos and reports on all the things that we're doing, how we're changing and really implementing our plan on a daily basis.
Okay, yeah, definitely, David. Thank you so much, guys, for taking part in this AMA. Like, I would like to thank all the guest speakers, Jeff, Eric, David, Sam, for sharing some valuable information to the audience. And thank you all for being a part of the AMA. And special thanks to CroxSwap team and Jesse. He's putting a lot of work at the back end. So yeah, from my side, all the best for your project. And we'll definitely talk again soon. So okay, we have come to an end of this AMA. So I'll be signing off, guys. Good day, everyone.
Good day,
Good
everybody.
day.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Good day. Thank you.
Bye-bye.